Phrasal verbs. Verbs in English language can be plain and phrasal verbs. The first one has one word and the second composed of two words. Each of these kinds has two forms, transitive and intransitive. Phrasal transitive verbs can be separable and inseparable. It means that two parts can separate from each other and object is located between them. Or they should be with each other. Transitive verbs need direct object and intransitive can have complete meaning with only subject. Pay attention to these examples. I will set up a meeting with the manager. What is being set up? The meeting with the manager. In this example, set up need an object. So it is transitive. Francesco said he would meet us at 6 p.m., but he never showed up. Katie grew up in England. In the last two sentences, show up and grow up do not need object because the meaning is complete with subject, so they are intransitive. The meaning of the phrasal verbs is often very different from the meanings of the two words taken separately. I need to write an essay by next week, but I keep postponing it. I need to write an essay by next week, but I keep putting it off. Put off is a phrasal verb for postpone. Some verbs can be both transitive and intransitive, but the meaning is different. Transitive. It is important to look up any new vocabulary in a dictionary. Here, look up means to search for something. Intransitive. It has been a difficult year, but things are starting to look up. Now, look up means to get better or improve. After phrasal verbs, three kinds of word can come. Verb plus proposition. Verb plus adverb. Verb plus adverb plus proposition. There is no rule that makes a phrasal verb separable or inseparable, but here are some general tips to take into consideration. 1. Longer objects go after the preposition or particle. Example. I don't want to take on more than I can handle right now. 2. Objects that are personal pronouns, me, you, him, her, us, them, always go between the verb and particle. Example. Do you want to take them off? 3. Phrasal verbs that have two particles or prepositions are always inseparable. Example. I don't get along with my sister. 4. There are some phrasal verbs that cannot take an object, so these are always inseparable. Example. The alarm goes off at 7:30. To amount to, means equal, it is transitive. Time lost through illness amounted to 1,357 working days. To refer to mention or speak about, it is transitive. We agreed never to refer to the matter again. To account for something, means. To form a particular amount or part of something, it is transitive. Afro-Americans account for 12% of the U.S. population. To stem from something. To develop as a result of something else, transitive. His headache stemmed from vision problems. To put off means, arrange to do STH at the later time. The match has been put off until tomorrow because of bad weather. To find out means. Discover, it is transitive. Did you find out whether there are any seats left? To find against somebody means, to judge that someone is wrong or guilty, transitive. The inspectors are likely to find against the company. To find for somebody means. To judge that someone is right or not guilty, transitive. The judge found for the plaintiff. To carry on. To continue. Sorry, I interrupted you. Please carry on. To carry out. To perform a task. We need to carry out more research. To add something up means to calculate the total of several numbers. It is separable. So the object can come between two parts or after proposition. Specialized software adds up the statistics. Specialized software adds the statistics up. To add on means to increase. It is transitive. We added on another floor to our house. We added it onto our house. To let down. To disappoint. I felt like I let down my parents when I failed my exam. I felt like I let my parents down when I failed my exam. To ask for means, if you ask for someone, you want to speak to them. There is someone at the door asking for David. To back away means to retreat, move backward, intransitive. The government has backed away from its nuclear weapons strategy. To back up means to reverse, it is transitive. When he backed the car up in the driveway, he almost struck the cat. To back up means to support, it is transitive. My sister always bakes me up when I have problems. To back up means to confirm, it is transitive. My brother bakes me up if you do not believe what I told you. To back up means to make copies of computer files. It is transitive. You should bake your data up at least once a week. To go off means make a noise. It is transitive. I have set the alarm clock to go off at 7 a.m. To go on means to continue. It is transitive. My professor can go on for hours about astrology. To beat somebody up means to hurt someone badly by hitting them. Transitive. He has a black eye, someone must have beaten him up last night. To write down means to write something on a piece of paper. Transitive. His students write down everything he says. His students write everything he says down. To run out of something means to use all of something. Transitive. Chet was having a lovely afternoon drive until he ran out of gas. To check out means to leave the hotel. Transitive. We need to check out of the room by 1:30. To get along with means to have a friendly relationship. Transitive. Do you get along with your parents?